Okay, welcome everyone. This is our first crack at a grid point Corona video, and we're even trying new technology here. Yes. Hammer's driving.
Awesome. We point it this direction, it works. We go back to Adrienne. There you go. We're in charge here.
So we've got our two senior coaches here today, Adrienne Harris and Steve Hamill. Look, I think we all know where the situation stands at the moment in terms of where we're at. We're trying as a club to be different and innovative and provide a platform that's online. So really today is our first attempt at this, at posting a video for you guys to follow, and we'll suck it and see as we go and introduce other capabilities as we go, and we'll see how they run. But look, it's disappointing for everyone what's happened, but rest assured there's a lot here happening at the club, especially with our facilities. I could scan around right now and you can see obviously that our ground is nearly done. We've got our new change rooms, our new score box happening. We've got lots of different things happening at the moment around the club. So when you come back, we've even got a change in position. Look at that.
We're bored already.
How's that? I'm going to basically throw to Steve and Adrienne to talk about what their expectations are for training, etc. But I just want to make you aware that we have a sports chaplain on board that you haven't met, and we'll introduce her online, Angela Cutting. So if you need to plug into someone, if you're feeling that you need some support, whatever, Angela will be online for you, and we will introduce her as we go. We've also got John Kenter, we will introduce online as well, who's going to be heading our footy department. An absolute ripping bloke, Steve.
Yeah,
you have played for at Frankston Dolphins, played with at Frankston Dolphins. So we've got some really fantastic people coming in around the club. My only thing before I throw to Steve and Adrienne is to stay safe. Our attitude as a club is that this is a real problem, and I think it will hit home. All of us will at some point know someone who contacts the virus, and hopefully it's none of us. So we really need to be playing our part as a community to stop the spread of this virus and limit its impact. So we want to be socially responsible. I know people want to train, etc., etc. Adrienne and Steve will elaborate what our expectations are, but yeah, stay safe, do the right thing. If this video works, we probably won't even have the forecast meeting for Thursday night. So take it away, you guys.
All right, well, hi everybody, Adrienne, Steve. We were just talking before, Adrienne, about the opportunities now that are going to present to us. And I suppose you can have a negative or a positive spin, so we're going to go all positive.
All positive, yep.
So from our point of view, the footy season and netball season starts on June 1st. So we've got now a 10-week training block before we start our first game. So we're going to break that into a couple of little segments. So Adrienne, what are you thinking in regards to the netball in terms of the training block and going forward in that way?
Yep. So we're looking at a 6-week block at the moment to start with, being that we are hopefully reconvening around May, and potentially that's when we can see some changes, or if not, we'll reassess then. But we're going into a 2-week deload to give the bodies a bit of a rest, because we now are seeing pre-season go for 10 weeks, another 10 weeks. So 2 weeks of deload, a running program, and a little bit of body strength using body weight, because if you don't feel comfortable going to the gym, or if you do, you can do it at the gym, but that's completely up to you. And then after that, we'll start to taper our training back up into intensity-wise, getting some footwork programs out there, and just making sure that the girls are ready when we are told yes or no, you can come back to training. If it's yes, we're fighting fit and we're ready to go, and if it's no, we're in a position that we can still build from.
Yeah.
How about the footy? What are your plans?
Sounds good. I want to just jump in on that program. It's awesome. No, we will be posting sessions online using the Facebook platform, which I'm really good at. So put some things online. So I suppose from my point of view, it's having a look at what we've thrown up there, and doing the sessions, being accountable. So what's a good way, Adrienne, to make people accountable in regards to letting us know what they're doing?
Yeah, so I would have the expectation that anything that's posted online from a coach gets some sort of feedback from the players. So if it's on Facebook and it's a training program's uploaded, we want to see you like it, or we want to see a comment on it. Once you've completed it, you might want to put a photo up, or your coach might say, give us a rating out of 10 on how you think you went. And that you are participating in that, and it's not just coaches reaching out to players all the time. You need to meet us halfway and be accountable for what you're doing, but also participate in what we're asking you to do.
Yeah. So as Adrienne said, it's one of those things that we want to make sure everyone's staying connected as well. So it's really important. And if you know me and Adrienne and Steve, we're really big into building community and maintaining that. So there's the element of staying fit and healthy, as Steve said, and that's really important. Keeping yourself ready and fit for a June 1st sort of recommencement of the season, that's important. We'll go through that, but also be mindful of each other in the community and reaching out to people, again, and just making sure everyone's okay. Over the next week or so, we'll set up some systems where we'll be able to have a chance to touch base with each other, possibly get into a situation where we have an online forum once a week or twice a week where you can just jump on and have a chat as a community. And also we'll be working out ways we can actually contact each other just to touch base, because it's more than just footy and netball, it's about other elements of our community as well. Steve, you were talking before about some other stuff that possibly as a community that we could do to help the wider community.
Okay, yes. I think Julie at the moment's leading the charge that the club is going to look at basically providing services or a soup kitchen as well to people within the community who needs it. So we'll be looking for people to help distribute the stuff that Julie cooks up. She's looking at using the RSL kitchen at the moment. But we're also looking at our other distribution channels. Megan Wiskin, we're looking to get our iNewsletter up and going. Megan Wiskin will be putting that together. We're looking to put a club podcast together, which should be pretty entertaining. We're looking for some characters to come on that. And you were talking about the conferencing, Steve. If everyone could try and download the Zoom app, ZOOM, to either your mobile device or desktop, we're going to experiment with that, having conferencing times, probably same training night. I think one of the things that have come out, guys, is the need for routine, keeping your routine. So we're going to try and do some conferencing calls, maybe this week, maybe the following week. Coaches will determine those times, but I'll put out a meeting PIN code and schedule that meeting time, and that PIN code will push out via Facebook or whatever, and that PIN code will be your chance to join the meeting. So it basically will be like a team meeting where coaches can just check in how you're going, maybe touch base with a few of their expectations. Well, as I said earlier, we really want to try and innovate those platforms that we're using, and we're actually pretty well positioned to use various platforms as a club. We've got our website, we've got our social media channels, we've got other things that we're looking at using. So yeah, what else do we want to say, guys? What else do we need to talk about at this point? If you have questions, how do we want to field questions from players? Just a direct text?
Yeah, direct text or put it on Facebook.
Yep.
So we've already got most of your phone numbers for registration. I know we've got all the guys. I'm not sure about girls in terms of registration details. So we can push out stuff directly to you too via text distribution trees, email distribution trees, etc. So watch this space, guys. There'll be a lot to follow. And this is our first attempt, so excuse us if it's a bit dodgy. But I think we're talking about even little training set videos, for possibly netball footwork, and this is probably a really good way to communicate. We have got a YouTube channel, CPFNC, so those videos will also be posted to there.
Yeah, I just think it's a really shitty time for everyone, but it doesn't have to be all negative. So let's stay positive, let's look out for each other's well-being, and let's make sure that we're all still a club, we're still a team, we're all still friends. So get around each other, make sure you're there for the person standing next to you, because one day we'll be playing and you need to be standing side by side with them. So make sure you're checking in.
And the assumption is that June 1st kickoff. We have to run with that. So let's hope.
All right.
Thanks, guys.